33-year-old man is in custody after Salt Lake police say he tried to kidnap a 12-year-old girl on her way to school yesterday. Investigators say Jose Munoz now faces charges of attempted kidnapping. But as Fox 13 News reporter Darian DeBrule explains, Liberty Elementary parents are upset the school did not tell them sooner.
Like many Liberty Elementary School parents, Fiona Robinson Hill and John Wilson were concerned when they heard about an attempted kidnapping near their children's school.
The demographic of Liberty is working parents, working family members. So a lot of the students are responsible for getting themselves to school.
In a situation like this, you've got the victim of the attempted kidnapping herself, then every other school student there is also a victim of what has happened. Kids are terrified by stuff like this. It causes an incredible amount of trauma for them.
Hill and Wilson say it's concerning they first heard about Tuesday morning's events from the local news that night.
A lot of our children were already in bed. How could we have talked to them if we didn't see any news stories or social media postings?
So we had this little window of time this morning from when they get up to when they head to school to say, hey, guess what? Somebody was almost kidnapped at your school yesterday, and kind of deal with all the reactions and process that to them and kind of get them in a better place before they have to go off to school. In my mind, the school district, by not letting us know about this and giving us a chance to deal with it yesterday with our kids, they've inflicted more trauma on every single student that goes to that school.
After hearing concerns from parents like Hill and Wilson, I reached out to the Salt Lake City Police Department and Salt Lake City School District to ask the reasoning behind the delay of release of information to parents and the public.
We had information that we knew who the suspect was, and at this point we didn't determine that there was a threat to the community. So in order to continue our investigation and make an arrest appropriately, we determined at the time, it probably wasn't appropriate to release that information.
Salt Lake City School District told me it was not the school or the district's decision to delay telling parents, and shared an email sent to parents Tuesday night, which says, in part, I want to also let you know why you didn't hear from me about this incident earlier today. This is an ongoing investigation, and we were instructed by law enforcement officers to not share information until they had gathered more information. But still, Hill and Wilson have questions about the time gap between the arrest and the release of information.
They got their man relatively quickly. There was no justification at all not to let the public know once somebody had been arrested and they'd identified who it was.
I'm very glad that this person was apprehended and that he's no longer out on the street. But the community wants to help, the parents want to help, but we can't help if we don't have the information.
In Salt Lake City, Darian DeBrule, Fox 13 News, Utah.